Isana the suplex. Sweetheart, you mind if I take a seat here with you?
Join me.
So nice to see you, and it's great to have you back in the RWA. You know, and here tonight, here at Count Forever in Providence, Rhode Island, you returned to tag team action alongside Big Juicy, a little Juiceplex. We had a big win over Dajay Simone and Killer J. How you feeling after that match?
Well, aside from the fact that my finger is a little mad at me, I feel fantastic. That really, I mean, for so long in RWA, I spent time doing singles work. And tonight, I felt really, really alive with Juicy.
Hell yeah. I mean, you mentioned your singles work. You're a former hype champion here. You returned to the RWA as part of the Thanksgiving Throwdown to crown the first Omni champion. But, you know, there was some good chemistry there with Juicy in that tag team match. So, like, now that you're back here in the RWA after so long, like, what are your goals? What are you looking to achieve with this new reinvigorated Isana?
You know, if you had asked me this about 12 hours ago, I would have told you I'm not sure yet. But honestly, after tonight, after that great win against Dajay and Killer J, I think I know exactly where my heart lies. Juiceplex.
Oh, I think some ladies going to be getting thrown around in the RWA coming very, very soon. You're going to want to make sure that you're following on all social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube so you don't miss any of what Isana is doing or the hype that the RWA is bringing. Let's keep Count Forever going.
PVD, born and bred Roxanne Fury herself, defeating Elle Valentine to kick off the year. Huge opportunity, but now it's the time, Bobby Rossi. Does she have it in her to defeat Ariel tonight?
You know, I think she does. I really do. I'm not talking about the experience. I'm talking about sheer gusto. This kid wants it, but sometimes wanting it alone is just not enough. She calls herself the Queen of New England, but she can rightfully call herself the RWA Omni Champion, here to defend her title for the first time since claiming it. In the flesh.
You know, sometimes in pro wrestling, people forget the current champs, but nobody seems to forget the first. Ariel was able to go into the RWA Thanksgiving Throwdown. I think it was entrant number 8, extremely early into the match, and able to last till the very end, proving why she is the first ever Omni champion. And looking at her resume in New England, it's already stacked enough, but adding the Omni championship, it's huge in the RWA.
Well, you know, it's the icing on the cake, especially in an industry where people only look at how good your last match was. What have you done for my promotion lately? Well, this does a lot for her resume, quite frankly. And a lot of people, regardless of the fact that she's burned many bridges here, a lot of people were genuinely happy to see her win that belt when she did. But a lot of those same people would be just as happy to watch her lose it.
Ariel making sure she reminds everyone here in Providence she was the first ever Omni champion.
Memories do tend to be short here in professional wrestling. In case we forgot, she's kind of a bitch.
Ariel fired up right now as she goes toe-to-toe with Roxanne Fury. Now, Bobby Rossi, Roxanne Fury has had an impressive career in such a short time, but how different is this championship match? She's wrestled some of the best, but testing herself against Ariel for the Omni Championship, it's pretty high stakes tonight.
You know, this is one thing that veterans won't admit to, but quite frankly, they find themselves in the occasional throwaway matchup. It's not going to do anything for them if they win or lose. They're really just looking to put a hurting on the other person. That's not this matchup. She has something to defend, and it's not just her pride. It's a championship title. It's one of the most recent notches to her resume. What kind of a champion would she be if she just lost it during her first defense? You know, if I may quote Justin Gaethje himself, "You're not the champion." I'm sorry.
For the bell.
Matt. What the hell's his name? No, let's go past it. Save me, Coach, will you?
Roxanne Fury, Ariel kicking things off strong. Huge collar and elbow tie-up in this match. Strength advantage. They call her the Portuguese powerhouse for a reason. She's thrusting Roxanne Fury to the corner. Sign of respect being shown from her.
And you're looking at a lot of lean muscle on display. Yeah, sure. Roxanne Fury's got her beat in the height department, but that's never really put down the princess before. Snug collar and elbow tie up here, and look at this. Roxanne, with a better set of footing, sends her right to the adjacent buckles. You know, size does matter, but really it's a matter of position, and it's a matter of who gets the jump first on the lockup.
Once again, looking to do that big collar and elbow tie-up. Can she display the same strength to the corner? Bringing Roxanne Fury to that buckle. And once again, wrapping it around, tides have turned, but Bobby Rossi, the mix of strength right here is being displayed.
Well, neither one of these competitors are looking to deviate from whatever kind of strategy they walked into the matchup with. That's what you're seeing right now. You know, from what I've watched over the years, the powerhouse can bring in her A game all she wants, but she is a counter striker, if you will. She's going to base her next decision on what kind of steam her offense brings, her opponent brings.
Ariel, Roxanne Fury, strength is being displayed in this match, Bobby Ross. So I got to ask you, if you want it, we talk about all the time, you got to be stronger, you got to be more powerful in matches like this. If strength's being displayed, what do they have to do in this match?
Honestly, sometimes you got to stick with the partner that brought you to the dance. You know, you don't want to go too far from your plan A. In my opinion, of all people here that need to be more flexible, it would have to be the powerhouse. Roxanne Fury, she's going to have to go with her brawn. That's her ace. She's going to have her beat the power game. Look at this. She's younger, she's stronger, she's bigger. The powerhouse, though, turns it around to a hammerlock. Very well placed, very nicely done.
Go for the cover here.
Look at this.
Starting the match off, technical strength being displayed. Fury going for the first pinfall, but it seems like Ariel wants one of her own. Can't she do it? Count it 2.
Ariel knows that the strongest muscle in her body right now is going to be her brain. To make this a technical matchup would take Fury out of her wheelhouse.
Ariel saying she doesn't mean it. Bobby Ross, do you buy that?
No, not the slightest. Call me a skeptic, if you will. Roxanne Fury again saw a nasty punch coming. Knocks the powerhouse down to her keister in one fell swoop.
Big strike from Fury, drilling Ariel down right now.
Spine to the pie. Fury now got a little overzealous, missed big with that elbow drop, and the Portuguese powerhouse has gotten herself some time to recover.
Kick to the back of Roxanne Fury. Ariel absolutely furious right now. She's looking to get that first successful defense here tonight. But the question is, does she have it in her? Because Roxanne Fury's putting up a fight. And as we know, Bobby Rossi, one wrong slip-up can cost you a whole match.
It certainly can, but Roxanne Fury, she truly is as spunky as they come. You know, she's not afraid to take on any competitor. She's not afraid to be in over her head, and she's not going to let that get to her head. Just don't know if she's going to be able to turn the tides as many times as she'll need to. Because the Portuguese powerhouse, not on, is she resilient. She's got herself a goal in sight. She does not let up.
Kick to Roxanne Fury. Fury is feeling this one. This has been a slaughter right now, Bobby Rossi. They are giving each their all. And you could see how just in 4 minutes in this match, both competitors are dazed because they want it, Bobby Rossi. And they know it's on the line tonight.
Well, that's the thing. The Omni Championship, it's turned a lot of heads in a short amount of time. They both understand just what it can do for their relative stock to hold said championship title. This ain't just a piss break match, man. Ariel now getting underneath the skin of our RWA faithful while making an example out of Roxanne Fury. Might not bode well for her to continue with this strategy. Fury now wisely holding on to that top rope. She's not going to let herself get tossed around again. Without a fight at least. Oh! And she's giving her the sign of the cross via chops.
Fury now getting the moment that she needs. Huge clothesline taking Ariel right out.
The Queen getting a little bit ahead of herself. Roxanne Fury now is in the flow state. Cover.
2 says TJ Richter right now.
Rather deep 2 count by my estimation, Coach. Could Fury be breaking down the Queen of New England? Didn't quite get all that back elbow, but it was well placed. Launches herself off the ropes.
TJ Richter saying only a 2 count right here. And Roxanne Fury in disbelief, planting Ariel down, only good enough for a 2. But how can she capitalize, picking her up? Can't she hit it one more time? She does.
And Roxanne Fury, she's throwing her around because she knows eventually she can break her down. Picks her up yet again. They're jockeying for position. The smaller powerhouse looking to go to the larger Fury and making a crucial mistake.
Big Irish whip from Fury. Trying to connect with one more clothesline. Not good enough. Trying for a crossbody.
Oh!
Right on the rocks. Drilling her down. Only a 2 count says TJ Richter. And Fury's in disbelief.
Fury's really starting to get frustrated here, and that she needs to stay focused. Frustration creates fatigue.
Charging right to the buckle. Big move from the champ. Big double kick right there.
A very unwise maneuver here, and the powerhouse looking to capitalize yet again.
What is Ariel looking to do? Applying the pressure.
Some cattle mutilation, if I'm not mistaken.
Just when you thought this match was going one way, applying the pressure. Calling for the bell.
We'll get the official from Bob Whitney, but it's... Wow. By means of verbal submission, the Queen retains her Omni Championship title. Wow. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, this was boiling down into a slugfest. But to get Roxanne Fury to not just tap out, but to verbally submit, that sends a message. That sends a message to not only her adversary, but the rest of the roster. If you want some of this Omni Championship, you gotta bring your best.
What a slobber knocker those two are, giving blow for blow, shot for shot. But just at the end, when Fury was slipped on the mat, Ariel found a way to maneuver a submission, apply that pressure, crank those arms, and Roxanne Fury had no other chance.
I mean, the dexterity just wasn't there. Being hyperextended at both of the extremities, it was too much for her to handle. This is one of those that you walk away from. You live to fight another day. Folks, we're going to take a break. We'll see you for the second half in just a few.